You can measure the size of an elephant. You can clock the speed of a cheetah, but you can't quantify the heart of a kings, queens, and in-betweens. Welcome to Dr. Boxing Talk. Stream starts now.
The champ is here! 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 The champ is here!
If I tell you I'm good, probably you will say I'm boasting. If I tell you I'm no good, you know one line.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. We don't know what time it is. The doctor's in the house. Yes, sir. We got the roll call. I see my boy Oscar in the building. Yes, sir. What's doing, my brother? Mi hermano. We are here. We are here. Early in the morning. You know? 8:04 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, man. So, we got some things to talk about. A little bit of things. Not too many things, but a little bit of things. You know me. You know I do my thing, right? Just be surfing the net and stuff like that. And, you know. Bro, don't start today, bro. Don't you start today, bro. It's too early. It's too early, Oscar. It's too early. First, let's at least get our prayer in first. Don't you start today, bro. My Lord. But let's go ahead and start off with our prayer, as we usually do. Please bow your head to join me, Lord. Lord, dear Heavenly Father, thank you, Lord, for blessing us. See another wonderful day, another wonderful Thursday. time is flying by fast, Lord. No matter how time flies, please let us always take a moment to be thankful, look around us, be grateful, and take a moment to just appreciate the things that you have done for us, that you are doing for us, and then you will do for us, Lord. And also let's take time to appreciate our blessings, whether it's our talents, whether it's our achievements, whether it's our intelligence or our spirit or our strength or our courage or our thoughtfulness. Let's appreciate our talents, Lord, to be appreciative of our talents and think about ways that we can utilize it to be a blessing for others and society as a whole, and demonstrate our humanity and look for ways and processes and develop things that could help our fellow neighbor, help our neighbor and our fellow man and woman, Lord. And please continue to lead us in the right direction. And when we do stumble, give us the strength and the courage to rise up again. And when we rise up again, not be afraid to fall, because a lot of times our fear of failure is exactly what holds us back from achieving success, Lord. And a lot of times it is that failure that motivates us to success, Lord. So as long as we keep our focus on you and our thoughts and intentions pure, then there's no way that we could fail, because you promised us that, Lord. So please let us not only achieve our goals and our aspirations and the greatness that you have placed in us, but let us also use that greatness for the greater good of our community, direct community, and society as a whole. Through Jesus' name, amen. All right, let's get it, man. So I was looking around, for things to talk about, and I stumbled upon Naoya Inoue, man. Naoya Inoue has apparently met up. Oh wow, I have the wrong. Hold on now. We looking like yesterday on the billboard. Hold on, we got to change the billboard. We looking like yesterday on the billboard. Now, let me update that real quick. There we go. Now we update. We up to date right there. But yeah, I saw Naoya Inoue. He is over there fraternizing with Big Turk. You know what I'm saying? Big Turki Alalshikh has met up with Naoya Inoue, man. It's just so funny. Yo, top of the morning, BX in the building. Tired this morning. Got home late from the MSG. Pretty good car, but yeah, it was good. It was good, man. It was pretty good. It was decent, man. I thought that the heavyweight battle was a little shaky, with Jerry Forrest. The most exciting thing about that fight was probably his backflip at the end. But yeah, it was pretty good, man. Shredder Metcalf and Mio Yoshida. I personally thought that Mio Yoshida won, but I'm not mad at it by any means, But I thought that, and I didn't score it either. So when I don't score something, I try to limit my disappointment, because things could look one way, and then when you score it, you might get another score. So I didn't score it, but just off the cuff, I thought that Mio Yoshida did enough to win. But congratulations to Shredder Metcalf for beating Mio Yoshida twice now. Back to back for her, but not back to back for Mio Yoshida, because Mio Yoshida had a loss to Shredder, then beat Ebony Bridges, and then now lost to Shredder again. So shout out to both fighters, man, the American and the Japanese fighter. Shout out to both of them. But yeah, the Williams was a pretty good fight as well, man. The Williams was a pretty good fight as well. Yeah, it looked like I can't remember his first name, but like he was a little outclassed by the Williams in the blue shorts, but he lasted distance, man. They both, the Williams in the white shorts had a pretty good fighting spirit, So shout out to both of them. Yo, Renalito's Palace says now, hey, Palin, that could happen, So let's talk about that. Some shaky decisions, but overall not bad facts. Let's talk about that, Palin. Renalito in the building. So Naoya Inoue met up with Turki Alalshikh, and a lot of people. You know what I don't like, man? I don't like how we have a nature of rejection, right? Like, there was an unnecessary part of the fan bases. I like Canelo and I like Naoya. I like a lot of fighters, but part of Canelo's fan base was saying, "Oh well, he doesn't need Turki Alalshikh. He doesn't need Turkey's money." Like, for some reason, fighting for money is somehow a bad thing. Like, you want to maximize your efforts, right? And getting the most money is part of that. And saying, "Oh, now Inoue doesn't need Turkey." And now look what we're seeing right now. we're seeing Naoya Inoue meeting up with Turkey, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't think it's shameful at all. I think that working with Turk is good for boxing. Like, I don't see what the problem is. Why wouldn't you want this? You know what I'm saying? I don't understand why you wouldn't want this. So Big Turk and Naoya Inoue are meeting together, and they are in Turkey. They are in Japan. Don't get me wrong. You know, it says Naoya Inoue with His Excellency Turki Alalshikh in Tokyo, Japan today. So they're in Japan, but maybe this union or this connection, this relationship, could encourage Naoya Inoue to leave Japan for a fight again. You know, he already fought twice or three times outside of Japan, but maybe this could get him to fight outside of Japan, maybe in Riyadh, you know. And then, as those of you that do know, you know, John Rio Casimiro, you know, he was unfortunately by his own actions, you know, his own lack of judgment, he was banned for a year outside of Japan because in his last fight against Saul Sanchez, his one-round destruction of the American fighter Saul Sanchez, he destroyed him in one round, but he came in overweight. And you know, Japan is very strict to the rules. They want to encourage professionalism, not just from the administrative bodies, but also from the boxers themselves. You know, they want to encourage the upholding of the integrity of the sport and the sanctity and purity of boxing, which I'm not mad at. I like when they have rules and they force fighters to adhere to the rules, because when you abide by the rules, you are making the sport more trustworthy and keeping it more making it a safer place for fighters to compete. So I think it's a way to encourage the welfare, encourage pushing forward the welfare and preserving the welfare of the fighters. So I'm not mad at it. Do I think that the year ban on John Rio Casimiro was a little harsh? Yeah, it was probably a little harsh. But you know, I'm not mad at it at all. I think that, you know, we could be mad at Japan for doing that to the JBC, right? The Japan Boxing Commission for suspending Casimiro, but we have to look at the root of the problem. The root of the problem is Casimiro was being irresponsible, you know, and unfortunately, though, it looks like he's going to push back this fight even further, since he cannot fight in Japan and Naoya Inoue doesn't fight outside Japan. However, now we see Turkey and Big Turk and Naoya Inoue coming together. Hey, he is banned for a year in Japan, but what if Big Turk gets Naoya Inoue to fight in Riyadh? Now, Casimiro, he would have to keep his profile up and keep winning, but maybe if Naoya Inoue fights in Riyadh, it could open the door again for him to potentially fight John Rio Casimiro, which I think is a good fight. Do I think that who do I think wins? I think Naoya Inoue beats Casimiro, but it's still a good fight, and upsets happen, right? Look how many people thought that AJ would beat Dubois. Upsets happen. Look how many people thought Subro Matias would beat Liam Paro. Upsets happen. Look how many people thought Giovanni Santillan would beat Brian Norman Jr. Upsets happen. Look how many people thought Bakram Murtazaliev was going to lose to Tim Tszyu. Upsets happen. So you never know, man. John Rio Casimiro is a big puncher. He's an athletic guy, and he's an aggressive guy. So I think that'll be a great fight. And but yeah, I do think Naoya Inoue wins. So I think that this is always good for boxing. I don't get why people are pushing back on this so hard and so harshly, but I think this is a good sign for boxing. Big Turk has done nothing but great things for boxing, so we'll see how it goes. Naoya Inoue fight Casimiro. If you are not scared, I would like him to fight. I don't think he's scared though. I'm not really big on saying people are scared. I don't think he's scared. I don't think too many fighters are scared, in my opinion. Yo, we got Dub in the building. We got Big Jeffrey in the building. I don't think too many boxers are scared of each other. I think that I would like for him to fight him. I wish they would have fought a while ago, but like I said, with him being banned for a year, it's kind of tough, right? It's kind of tough for us to get that fight, but we'll see, man. And plus, Bob Arum doesn't like MJ Akhmadaliev, or he doesn't even acknowledge John Rio Casimiro. So Bob Arum, you know, he protects his fighters a lot. So I don't think Naoya Inoue is scared, but I would like that fight though, man. Goodman is Jeffrey says Goodman is a cherry pick opponent. I'm not mad at Goodman. We all know that he doesn't have any. Yeah, I agree. I'm with you. He said, "I salute you, Doc." Bye. Hey, man. God bless you too. God bless you too, Renielto. Salute to you too, bro. Renielto Palin in the building. But yeah, I would like to see John Rio Casimiro versus Naoya Inoue. I think that's a great fight. I think that, you know, I think him and Akhmadaliev is a great fight. I think him and Elijah Pierce is a good fight. It's a good fight. not great. It's good, and I think Sam Goodman, Jeffrey, I do think that it could be seen as a cherry pick, especially because I'm gonna tell you why I think it's a cherry pick. Not because Sam Goodman is not a capable fighter. I do think Naoya Inoue is gonna beat the hell out of him, but he is undefeated and he's ranked. Let me show you. He's ranked #1 in 2 sanctioned bodies. Now we know the rankings on sanctioned bodies aren't always the best, and sometimes it comes with a little controversy and a little politics involved. Because look, this is why I'm gonna show you why the ranks are not always good, right? How are you the IBF and you don't have Tyson Fury ranked, bro? Like, I don't care what the relationship is. I don't care if y'all like each other or dislike each other. This is a testament to that the rankings aren't always what they should be, right? This is only politics. You don't have anybody ranked #2. You don't have anybody ranked #1. Tyson Fury is ranked #1 for the WBO, #1 for the WBC, #2 for the WBA. He just fought in the first undisputed heavyweight championship in 25 years, a quarter century. Yet you don't have him ranked in the top 15? Bro, is that not politics, chat? So when people see stuff like this, it makes you think like, dang, maybe the rankings aren't always as honest as possible, right? As they should be. Maybe we can't trust it as much. And then, but when you go here, though, I will say this to Jeffrey's point. I don't think it's a cherry pick because you see Sam Goodman is ranked #1 in WBO and ranked #1 in the IBF. The only reason why I say it might be a cherry pick, it could be considered a cherry pick, is because this guy, MJ Akhmadaliev, he's #1 for WBA, and he's been #1 for WBA for a long time. Palin says, thanks for the time. Hey, man, no problem, bro. God bless you. Appreciate you coming through. Don't forget to like the video. But MJ Akhmadaliev, he's been #1 and the mandatory for Naoya Inoue, not just since his last fight against TJ Doheny, but since his last fight before that against Louis Neary. So the fact that he's not fighting him and he's skipping him to fight this guy who is in a mandatory position, ranked #1, but he hasn't been the mandatory that's called, then that's why it could seem like a cherry pick. So Jeffrey has a good point, but it's hard for me to say that he's cherry picking a guy that's ranked #1 in 2 separate sanctioned bodies. Like, do I think Sam Goodman is gonna win? Hell no. I think Naoya Inoue is gonna win, but just because I think he's gonna win, like I said, upsets happen, and I think that everybody deserves a chance. And this guy right here, we should be worried about. I have to look more into him, but Carl Martin, he's also a Filipino fighter. He's 24-0, I believe. He's on the come up, man. So he has to step up his competition a little bit, but he might be a promising guy too. So maybe we're worried about John Rio Casimiro right here, and maybe our Filipino brothers and sisters should start getting behind Carl Martin, man. Maybe he's a guy. Doc, is there a way you could raise your mic volume? It's coming to real low. It is? Okay, yeah, I can raise it up. Boxing politics. Now, Doc, are you agree? Yeah, boxing is politics. Yeah, facts. Boxing is definitely politics, unfortunately. Is it better now? Hopefully, is it better now? Yeah, definitely boxing is politics, but at the same time, it was politics for a while, and I think that a lot of people should I think there is a process of things that we should demand some things, but at the same time, we should understand that, when you are #1, we got to respect that too. In my opinion, I think we should respect the #1s. And then James Martin will be #2 in WBO. I mean, he doesn't prove anything yet. All he fights, facts. He has to step his game up. It is. I appreciate it, man. Gracias, Donata. But yeah, he has to prove himself a little bit more. But at the same time, we just saw Edgar Berlanga fight Cinnamon, right? We saw what Edgar Berlanga did to Cinnamon. He wasn't too proven, and he got clapped up.
Eso, sí. Tú vas a mamar el bicho. Tú vas a mamar
So we've seen guys and girls that don't have that aren't the most proven, but they still get opportunity because they are ranked #1. Edgar Berlanga was ranked #1 in the WBA when he fought Cinnamon. So I know there was a lot of pushback on that, but at the same time, I do think that we should respect the rankings, even though we know there's some fishy business going on. I'm not saying the rankings should be the end all be all, but I do think it's important for fighters to get a chance who may not get an opportunity if they weren't ranked high, because they may not have the promotional backing, they may not have the the global backing or the backing from the fans, or even the financial backing, which kind of goes with the promoters. But at least if a sanctioning body recognizes them, they could have opportunity to get what they deserve. So yeah, man, I think this is good. I think Naoya Inoue meeting up with Turkey is good because we could potentially it's one less barrier for a fight like John Real Casemiro, because it doesn't matter if he's banned in Japan if they don't fight in Japan. You know what I'm saying? So it only matters if you stay in Japan. So, but anyway, even if they do stay in Japan, like I said, there's still fights that are exciting. Junto Nakatani at 118. I would like him to unify first against Seo Tsutsumi, or Ryosuke Nishida, or Yoshiki Takei. I would like to see him unify against one of them. Takuma Inoue just lost to Seo Tsutsumi, but if he doesn't unify, then him versus Naoya Inoue is very, very interesting. But like I said, I think there's some guys that Naoya Inoue could fight at 122. I don't think it's as barren or dry as people try to say. I think I am interested in Sam Goodman, even though I'm most interested in him versus MJ Akhmadaliev. Then I would like to see Naoya Inoue. My second most interesting fight to me for Naoya Inoue is John Real Casemiro. My third most intriguing fight would be Inoue versus probably Elijah Pierce, and then Sam Goodman. So Sam Goodman is not a bad opponent in my opinion, but there's definitely better out there in my opinion as well. So I think we should keep the same energy when we talk about other fighters, you know what I'm saying, and fighting people that we don't expect. We should give them either the same grace that we give other fighters, or we should give them the same amount of anger when they're not fighting who you want. So we'll see how it goes, man. Next up, we have. Next up, I want to talk about Bakram Murtazaliev, man. Now, see, Bakram who just beat Bakram who just beat the hell out of Bakram who just beat the hell out of my boy Tim Tszyu, man.
Damn.
That joke was crazy, bro. I don't know why he did Tim Tszyu like that.
I'm sorry.
He didn't have to do Tim Tszyu like that, y'all, but he did. And in 3 rounds, a 3-round beatdown. And I think that with Bakram Murtazaliev, he's saying that he wants essentially everybody. Everybody's on his hit list right now. Erickson Lubin, who said he wants to fight, he's in the mandatory position. He's number 3, but there's nobody at rank number 1 or 2 in the IBF, so it would go down to him being ranked number 3. Who's up next for Bakram? But Bakram said, I want the other champions, man. He said, if Jermell Charlo comes back, I want him. If Bud is available, I want him. And he also said most recently that he wants the winner of Spencer Fundora. And I think he wants that one the most, man. He says, I'm into unifying the titles, and I want Spence versus Fundora. That's good. If Fundora wins, I think Bakram and Fedor is a good fight. I would lean towards Bakram. If Spence wins, depends on how he looks. I think that's a good fight as well. Depends on how Spence looks. And I think that I would lean towards Bakram against Spence, even if Spence looks good, because I don't think he's going to look so good. But I hope I'm wrong, but it's just unfortunate that, Spence versus Fundora has been pushed back so many times. And I'm hearing noise. I have not confirmed it, but I'm hearing noise about him Spencer Fundora being pushed back from January even further back to not February, but potentially March, man. So I'm thinking that it's getting pushed back to March. Maybe we just need to march on. Maybe we just need to march on from the fight, because this fight has been getting pushed back. I don't know if it's due to Errol Spence. I don't know if it's due to, I don't think it's due to Sebastian Fundora. I don't know if it's due to PBC. I don't know what's going on, but it's very unfortunate, man, because by the time, if it gets pushed back more, then Spence will be approaching 2 years being outside the ring and coming off of a major loss, going into a new division. That's going to be kind of tough, man. That's going to be kind of tough. So I don't know, bro, but I think Bakram has made the 150. Not saying that I'm happy that Tim Tszyu won, because I thought Tim Tszyu was going to win. I was shocked. But I do like the shakeup, man. I think shakeups are good for boxing. I think that any type of surprise to the extent of somebody getting whooped like that is crazy, man. It wasn't like a controversial shakeup. It wasn't like, oh, it went to decision or split decision, or it was you know what I'm saying, like somebody should have won, or there was some type of nefarious, suspicious activity in the background. No, bro, he went in there and handled business. And I think that that's good for boxing, because Bakram has not only raised his profile, but he also he reminded us that boxing is, you have to fight. I don't care what it looks like on paper. I don't care if it looks like somebody is the the overwhelming favorite plus, I mean, negative 1,000. You know what I'm saying? And someone's a plus 200 underdog or plus 800 underdog. They still have to fight in that ring. You never know what could go down, man. So I think I love getting reminded like that, man. Shout out to Tim Tszyu. I think Tim Tszyu can bounce back. It's 154-pound division is very hot right now. I'm talking hot like fire. I said fire. Hot like fire. So you know, if Tim Tszyu, let's say he goes back and has a domestic fight, domestic as in local to Australia, and he fights Michael Zarafa, boom. He'll get a win, and then he'll fight somebody else at 154, like, because Michael Zarafa's at 160, but he could go 154, 160. But let's say he fights Michael Zarafa, beats him, hypothetically speaking, and then he fights somebody like Virgil Ortiz, and he beats him, or Eric Shalupin and beats him, or Jesus Ramos and beats him, or Charles Conwell and beats him, or Israel Madrimov and beats him, or Sebastian Fedora beats, you know, so I can keep going and going and going. Serhii Boachuk beats him, then he's right back in the mix, just like that. You know what I'm saying? Within a year, he's right back in the mix. So it's not over for Tim Tszyu by any means, but Bakram stepping up, man. Even if Bakram, let's say he has a unification match against Terrence Crawford, even if he loses, as long as he doesn't get blitzed in like 2 rounds, Bakram's still gonna have his stock is still gonna be up there too. So I think it's all good for boxing, man. He said they need to call out that fight has been too long. They need to call off. Yeah, facts, Oscar. I agree. Tim Tszyu was considered the best in the division. Facts. I was one of the ones that think it was the best. I was one of them. Me too. I was one of. Hey, we were 2 of them. He said he got bagged, wrapped, and sent to. He got packed up, wrapped up, and smacked up. Jeffrey says, "Man, I have a question. You don't like Oscar? Nah, I like Oscar. I like Oscar. Oscar is on my intro, man. I like Oscar De La Hoya a lot, man. The golden boy. Now, do I just because I like somebody, Jeffrey? It doesn't mean that I like everything they do. You know, I'm not that type of person. I don't think that somebody is perfect because I like them. Like, I like Oscar. I think he says a lot of bull crap though, but it's funny. You know what I'm saying? Like with his clapback Thursdays. Now, I like Oscar. That don't mean I agree with everything he does, but yeah, I like him. Like I said, man, there's not too many people in boxing I don't like, bro. Like I think I recognize boxing as a business, and I think some of the stuff is necessary. You know, saying to promote a fight, sell a fight, to keep your stock growing. But do I think Oscar is somebody that's trustworthy? Hell no. You know what I'm saying? Do I think that he's a honest, good person? Probably not. But as far as a boxing personality, yeah, I think Oscar's one of the best. You know what I'm saying? He talks, and you wanna know what he's talking about. Whether he's beefing with Ryan Garcia, you know, in the courtroom, or he's beefing with Canelo, or he's arguing with Eddie Hearn, or shitting on PBC, or whatever it is. You know, you want to listen because it's funny. Like I think sometimes that we as fans, we take boxing too seriously, and you know what I'm saying? Yes, it is an intimate sport, you know, because you know sometimes you feel attached to a fighter based on, you know, complexion or religion or culture, you know what I'm saying, or a similar upbringing, whatever you see, or maybe you just think they're cool or whatever, but you know, and you follow them, so sometimes you feel like if they lose or they're mistreated, you feel like you lost or you're getting mistreated, but man, it's just a sport, man. So Oscar doesn't Tim look small at he said Oscar doesn't Tim look small at 154. Munguia got problems with Golden Boy. Munguia got problems with Golden Boy, you know what I'm saying? So I don't have no problems with Golden Boy. You know, I probably would if I was employed by him. It seems like everybody that does business with Golden Boy has problems eventually, it seems like. But yeah, I like Oscar. I like Golden Boy, man. And I definitely think that people forget how good he was of a boxer, man. He was a great ambassador for the sport as a fighter. You know, I think people forget that sometimes. You got to put some respect on Oscar. Like what Oscar said, now put some freaking respect on my name. I like Cinnamon, bro. I like Cinnamon, but I thought that was gangster. I love that. Oscar says, so put some freaking respect on my name. Hey, yo, Oscar told Canelo to put some respect on his name, man. Stop playing with me, man. You know what I'm saying? Birdman Daddy. Birdman Daddy, I'm number 1. Yes, sir. So, but speaking back to Naoya Inoue, man. So it has been finalized that Sam Goodman and Naoya Inoue will be fighting on December 24th, Christmas Eve for a lot of us. You know, part of the American culture. Christmas Eve is December 24th. They will be fighting Sam Goodman, who's 19-0 with 8 KOs. I think that this fight is gonna be like Jeffrey said. I think this fight is I don't want to, like I said, upsets happen now. You know, nobody would have expected Louis Neary to check hook Naoya Inoue like that while he was swinging and catch him and drop him. So you never know. But I do think that Naoya Inoue is going to be the overwhelming favorite. He deserves to be the overwhelming favorite. And yeah, I think that's going to be I think that'd be a good fight. It'll be an entertaining fight. I don't think it'll be a good fight from a competitive standpoint. I think that Sam Goodman is probably going to look good the first couple rounds. Maybe like when I say first couple, I mean literally like the first 2 rounds. He'll look competitive. He'll look energetic, you know. But I think that Naoya Inoue is going to take over early. But it's still, you know, like I said, I'm a type of person that I would much rather see Naoya Inoue versus Sam Goodman than not see Naoya Inoue at all. You know, same with Gervonta Tank Davis. Like, you listen to a lot of people complain, especially Naoya Inoue fans, you know what I'm saying? Content creators in particular, I'm talking about. Yeah, you know who you are. They'll complain about Tank versus WBA champion in Lamont Roach, even though he's at 130. That's a 1 pound difference. I mean 1 division difference. They'll complain about that, you know, but then they'll be excited about Naoya Inoue versus TJ Doheny. What? TJ Doheny was 4-3 in his last 7 fights. Yes, you heard that. 4-3 in his last 7 fights.
Damn.
No, okay, but they're not mad at that though.
I'm sorry.
He said Casemiro said Inoue is a bum. I don't know. Inoue's not a bum, man. I think that's funny though. I love that. Casemiro, yeah, Casemiro tripping. De La Hoya was a great champion. Facts. Casemiro, I like Casemiro. Casemiro just has to make sure that he's doing the right things to ensure that he gets that fight. You know, I think Casemiro. I know. Our instinct is to blame other things, but like I said, I do think the 1-year ban was a little harsh. Some may agree, some may disagree, but that's not unusual for Japan, right? Louis Neri was on a lifetime indefinite ban for having PEDs and missing weight. So he missed weight, he got a year. If he would have never missed weight against Saul Sanchez, then he would be okay. You know what I'm saying? He would never got banned. So yeah, Japan, it could seem like they're trying to protect anyway, but I don't. Politics has to do with boxing. Now we do know politics are there, but it's hard for me to blame something when that was a reaction to the initial action, and the initial action was missing weight against Saul Sanchez. But I would like I said, I want Casemiro to get his chance against Naoya Inoue. We've been wanting it for a long time, since back with COVID, right? But we'll see if it happens, man. I don't know. But like I said, Naoya Inoue meeting up with Turki Alalshikh opens that door a little more, because Casemiro's only banned in Japan. So now if Casemiro keeps fighting and keeps winning, maybe he'll catch the eye of Turki Alalshikh, and Turki Alalshikh will make that fight in Riyadh or America or something like that. You know, probably Riyadh, because Big Turk, there's been rumors saying that Big Turk doesn't want to branch out to have his events in other countries as much, you know. He wants to focus more so on Riyadh, and that's understandable, right? Because they're sponsoring the events, and you know they should have it during their Riyadh season in their home country. That's what they want. He said, "Do you think Inoue also looks good in 126?" Nah, Jeffrey, I don't know. I don't think so. He said, "Doc, a Dodger fan this month. BX, how dare him? Hell no, Doc, come home, bro. Yankee." I ain't gonna lie. Hey, BX. Hey, Dub out here snitching, bro. That's crazy, bro. Dub out here snitching.
All right, I'm putting cases on all you bitches.
Yo, Dub out here snitching. I ain't gonna lie. I'm leaning towards the Dodgers, man. I'm not gonna lie, BX. I'll tell you why though, bro. I'm not a big baseball fan, number one, but number two, you know, Magic Johnson's a big owner for the Dodgers, man. So I feel like, you know, I gotta, you know, I'm a big NBA head, and I like the other MJ. You know, I like Magic. So I don't. Is he still a minority? He's a minority or majority owner? I think he's a majority owner, but. That's the only reason. So it's not like I hate the Yankees or I love the Dodgers. I'm not really big on baseball. I really like Seattle Mariners or Florida Marlins, because I'm a Florida boy and I was born in Washington. But yeah, so that's why. Do you think Inoue looks good at 126? Do I think he looks good at featherweight? I think it depends on who he fights. Like, I don't want to see Inoue. I'm not really too interested in Inoue versus Espinoza, right? Because Rafael Espinoza is what, 6'1"? That's gonna look crazy. But can Naoya Inoue win? Yeah, but we have to see if his power translates. I don't know. Will his power translate? I think him getting dropped by Louis Neri, anything can happen. And Louis Neri's a pretty decent puncher. But I'll tell you this: people aren't getting weaker when you go up. So will he be able to handle Nick Ball? I mean, I think so, because Nick Ball is a little wild, but Nick Ball likes to get rough too. And I could see him, you know, going in like a wrecking ball and making it very difficult for Naoya Inoue. But I could also see Naoya Inoue capitalizing on Nick Ball's recklessness. You know, when he throws punches, he throws wild, looping, you know, wide punches. I think Naoya Inoue could capitalize on that. Naoya Inoue versus Angelo Leo is a good fight. I might lean towards Naoya Inoue on that. But once again, like I said, I don't know how much, you know, sometimes you may go up too high and your power may not transfer with you. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think that Naoya Inoue's power will transfer to 126. But we'll see. I don't know. I don't think anybody is. I don't think that's necessarily a given. You know, because if his power doesn't translate, then he'll be in trouble. It's all love, my guy, but the best team win. They both monsters. Facts. It starts Friday, right? I called him personally on live camera up and everything. He did. Dub got on my head top, bro. And he was wearing his Yankee fitted too. Hold on, man. Stop playing with me, man. Hold on, man. I got you. I got you, BX. I got you, Dub. Give me a second. Hold on. Cause y'all think it's a game, man. Hold on, man. I got y'all, bro. Stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with me, man. You feel me? Stop playing with me, man. I have like three Yankee fitteds, man. I got a green and yellow one. I got a red and white one. I got a blue. I got a dark blue. I got a navy blue and baby blue one. And I have and I think I have a black one or something. I got a lot of hats. I don't have no Dodger hat though. You feel me? You know what I'm talking about? This for my boy BX, big members, and this for my boys Dub, and my boys BX. You know, big members in the building. You know. But yeah, I think, like I said, I think Sam Goodman is gonna get clapped. But hey, I'm not mad at it though, man. You know, let him get his opportunity to get punched on. Let him get his opportunity to get punched on, man. But yeah, and also too, I was watching an interview with Tyson Fury today, and he was talking about about the IBF rankings not having him ranked in the top 15. I appreciate that, bro. I'm cooking at Yankee Stadium Monday and today. Let's get right. Beautiful. I appreciate it, bro. Cito in the building. He said, I'm rocking with the Chicago Cubs always, guys. Hey, I'm not mad at that. My boy Cito in the building. What I was going to say, though. I was going to say about Tyson Fury, man. Tyson Fury and this fight. I'm a little worried for Tyson Fury, man. Not worried like, I mean, he's going to be okay. I'm not saying like his well-being or nothing like that. But I hope he's taking the fight seriously. I think he is taking it seriously, but sometimes he says little things. It's like, I don't know, man. But that's why I like Tyson Fury, right? Because he is unpredictable. You know, he had a little. I'm gonna show y'all this image on his suit. You know, I thought he was a little. You know, the press conference was pretty respectful, man. I thought it was kind of dope between him and Usyk. They didn't really share much or say much, but I do want to show y'all this, man. I thought this was kind of interesting. His suit had a little hidden message to everybody and all his haters and naysayers. If you look, this is what he posted. This is his suit that he wore yesterday at the press conference. It says it's all in the details, and if you look at the details, it's a middle finger. So the patterns were all middle fingers. The pattern, you see it? You see the middle finger? So I thought that was pretty cool, man. Apparently, Usyk's team wants to F him. I guess because they saw that Tyson Fury was saying the same thing, you know. He was literally saying F him, you know. So I thought that was pretty cool, man. He said Tyson Fury reveals the pattern on his suit for the Alexander Usyk press conference was made up of middle fingers. I thought that was pretty cool. You know, I thought that was a nice little subtle shot, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Usyk. Nice little creative way to trash talk. Big salute, Dub. Big salute. You know what it is. So I thought that was a pretty interesting, subtle, classy way to talk trash, and you know, so I'm not mad at that at all, man. But you know, I also saw but yeah, with the Tyson Fury stuff, man, I think Usyk should be the favorite. I don't know about a heavy favorite, but I, you know, a lot of people are on Usyk, I mean Fury, because he said that you know, I don't think I have to do much. I don't have to change much, you know, because it was just people's opinion on who I lost. You know, it's 3 judges' opinion, and people could have saw it any other way, and I just messed up and got caught in that 9th round. And I agree with him, but you know, at the same time, it's like I think Usyk's gonna make adjustments, and I'm worried that Usyk, even though he won, he might make the biggest adjustments. You know, because you know there was spots where he was getting dominated between like the 3rd and 7th round in particular. Fight Tyson Fury was playing with him literally and figuratively, like, you know, he was just having fun, and that just bit Tyson Fury in the butt, you know, in the arse, as my English brethren and sister would say, bit him in the arse, and you know, he just wasn't able to. He essentially lost the fight in the 9th round, and then on by not being able to recover fully. And I think that Usyk will look at where he messed up in those rounds 3 through 7, and you know, he may come back stronger. And if Tyson Fury's not making any adjustments like he claims, not adjustments to his team, which I don't think is necessary, I agree with him. Not adjustments to his training regimen, which I agree with him. You don't have to really change much. But he said not even an adjustment to his game plan. And I think that's where it's like, I don't know, man. And of course, he could just be talking too to throw people off. You know, it's a game of posturing and a game of tricks and stuff like that. So I'm hoping that he's just saying that just to throw Usyk off and stuff like that. But if he really not making any adjustments, man, I think that's kind of like I said, he was dominating, so he was doing everything good. But he has to anticipate Usyk, in my opinion, countering to make himself better. You know, so we'll see how it goes, man. Usyk is just so good, man. His cerebral in boxing is so excellent. Yeah, he's a thinker in that ring. Yep, he's a thinker in that ring. Terrence Crawford's a thinker in that ring. Very cerebral. You know, there's a lot of guys that are thinkers. Tank is a very good thinker in the ring. You could literally see them. Sometimes when you watch Tank, Usyk, and Bud, and some others, you know, even Caleb Plant, he demonstrated that against Trevor McCumbee. You could kind of see them more so the first three as opposed to the latter, more so the former in Bud, Usyk, and Tank. You could like literally see them downloading intel, you know, and recognizing patterns in their opponent, and then capitalizing off it and exploiting them for those mistakes. So even Bivol too. Bivol's like that too, you know. So yeah, those are great cerebral fighters. But Tyson Fury, don't get it twisted, man. That's the thing. Tyson Fury might be bull jiving a lot and playing around, but he's a thinker in there too. That's how he's able to be slick. I think in order to be slick, you have to be quick, right? Not just physically, but mentally as well. Like that's why I think Floyd was the best, was the most intelligent fighter, especially inside that ring. You know, particularly inside that ring. So you have to like see things and recognize them in real time, and that's difficult to do. I live in Mesa, Arizona. Hey, Usyk is very special. Facts. Fury got Eddie banned, him meaning automatic. Yeah. Fury got Eddie behind him. Excuse me, I said ban. I don't know why I said ban. I can't read. Fury got Eddie behind him, meaning automatic L. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's tough. I don't know though, bro. I don't know, man. So we'll see how that goes, bro. We'll see how that goes. And then we had, speaking of Tank, man, we had Frank Martin come out and speak on Gervonta Davis power. He said, man, Tank. He said Tank. He's got power. He does a great job at landing the big shot. He knows how to land that shot and hit guys on the button to get them out of there. He's an accurate puncher and knows how to land that shot. That's what Frank Martin said, man. Shout out to Frank Martin, man. I think Frank Martin's going to bounce back and be a great, I don't know about a great champion, but I think he's going to be a good champion. I'm excited to see how he returns against whoever he fights next. I think he's going to be at 140. So I'm looking forward to him, man. I think Frank Martin's going to bounce back. We see Jaime Munguia bounce back against Eric Bazinian. I think he's going to go on to look good at 168. Just a matter of time, man. Things can't be rushed, man. Sometimes you have to have a minor setback to get a major comeback, you know, and I think that I think a lot of guys that took L's this year are going to come back stronger, like Frank Sanchez in the heavyweight division against Ajit Caballero. I like Ajit Caballero. We knew that we called Ajit Caballero winning that fight, but I think Frank Sanchez could come back. I think Frank Martin could come back after losing to Tank Davis. I think Tim Tszyu could come back after losing to Bakram. I still think AJ could even come back after losing to Dubois. Now, will he come back and be a champion? I don't know, but I still think he could be. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna say it right now. I think AJ will be a champion again. I do. I think AJ will be a champion again because, you know, what if Usyk vacates? Usyk has 3 belts. If he beats Tyson Fury and vacates, who's to say AJ can't be in position to fight and beat somebody there? What if Tyson Fury wins? AJ could fight Tyson Fury. What if AJ, you tell me you can't see AJ potentially beating Tyson Fury? I think Tyson Fury wins that fight, but AJ would have a good chance to win that fight too. And then boom, now he not only got 1 title, but he'll have 3 titles, you know? So yeah, you just never know how boxing will play out. But I think that, I think AJ will get a title again. Baby Anderson, yeah, Big Baby Anderson could bounce back. I don't know. Like I said, the reason why I'm a little hesitant when it comes to Jerry Big Baby Anderson is because, you know, he said that he's not fully dedicated to the sport. And when you question, when we question your dedication and you know what I'm saying, you're not fully locked in, then that's what it's not from a lack of talent, right? He has a talent, he has the skills, and you know the skill set, but does he have the dedication? Does he have the discipline? Does he have the he has the know-how? Does he have the want to? You know what I'm saying? Does he have the desire? Does he have the passion for the sport? When he says, hey man, I'm not dedicated to the sport, it's kind of hard for me to believe that you could bounce back, especially when you talk about bouncing back. That's when you need dedication the most. Is Mike Tyson like Tyson Paul, like Mike Tyson and Jake Paul? Absolutely. Unfortunately, yeah. Dub says, I hope Tyson calls out of work again. You feel me? I hope so too.
Yeah.
But yeah, is this still a thing? Absolutely. It's November 15th, if I'm not mistaken. And Katie Taylor and Amanda Taylor and Katie Serrano, head ass. Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano are having their rematch on that card, which is a fight that I'm looking forward to the most. I don't really want to see Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. But then also on that undercard, you have Mario Barrios versus Abel Ramos, which is not really a good fight, but it's good to see Mario Barrios back in the ring. You know, he had a fight earlier this year against who was it? Fabio Maidana, Marcos Maidana's brother. Wasn't the best demonstration. You know, it was a good fight though. It was a good fight, but wasn't Mario Barrios' best outing. But it was a good fight. You know, he won, so that's good. I would much rather see Mario Barrios unify against Danny Onis, Norman, or Boots. But hey, we'll take Abel Ramos. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so Mike Tyson for Jake Paul is coming up in November. Good Lord willing, so we'll see how that goes. I'm not looking forward to that at all. But hey, it is what it is, man. It is what it is, and it ain't what it is. That ain't what it is, but it is what it is, you know. Right, yeah, bro. Like, I think boxing's in a good place, man, and I think that this is indicative of that. You know, soon we're gonna see Big Turk and Canelo. You know, hopefully we'll see Big Turk Canelo. We'll see Big Turk mixing it up with the 154-pound division. Maybe he could get like a tournament going on there. That'd be crazy. You know, I think Eddie Hearn and Big Turk, they have big plans potentially of having a rematch with the 5v5 with Frank Warren on February 22nd. I dropped that news the other day, man. Go check that video out where he's talking about, you know, not only is he talking about the AJ and Dubois rematch, but he's also saying that we might have a 5v5 part 2 in February, man, February 22nd. So look out for big news coming out on the 22nd of February, man. 222. You know, Big Turk is saying that there's going to be a big event, and Eddie Hearn's excited about it. Big Turk's excited about it. Hell, I'm excited about it. So we'll see what it is. If it's a Queensberry Matchroom part 2, that'd be crazy, man. Don't be surprised if Frank Warren brings some brooms out again. Who is Turkey? Is he the king of Saudi Arabia? No. So he's the I don't know who the head of the council is, but he's the head of the entertainment committee. So he's one of the big wigs. Don't get it twisted, but no, he's not the king. Big Turk is the head of the matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you right. It's the entertainment, if you want to say department, if you will. You know, he's the head of the entertainment commission that makes and schedules and let me tell you right now, the head of the committee that schedules and obtains all the entertainment stuff from music to sports. That's why he does like big events in tennis. He did the Six King Slam. He does big events at UFC or MMA, boxing, NASCAR. You know, music. You see how he brought out Busta Rhymes and Sierra and Missy Elliott. When's the last time we seen them? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he's a chairman of General Entertainment Authority. Yeah, so he's an advisor to the royal court. He said, why is he wearing a garbage bag on his head? Who's wearing a garbage bag on their head? Borzoi? Oh, you trying to troll? Okay, that was a good one. Okay. Borzoi say wearing a garbage bag on their head. King of Saudi Arabia is King Abdullah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know who the king is, but yeah, he so Cito was saying King of Saudi is King Abdullah. I had to look around. I was like, who's wearing a garbage bag? And I was like, really? He talking about me. That was a good one, bro. Yeah, I see it. Yep, King Abdullah bin Abdulaziz. Yeah, King of Saudi Arabia. I see it right there. Prime Minister, King and Prime Minister of Saudi Arabia. Yeah. So yeah, so Turki Alalshikh is part of the council. So he definitely, he's a big prominent figure. So, but yeah, no, he's not the king. He's the chairman of the General Entertainment District. He said, "No Miami Dolphins cap. You from Florida?" I'm from Florida. Yeah. He the king of boxing. Yeah, he's the king of boxing though. I'll tell you that. He's the king of boxing though. He's definitely the king of boxing. Yes, sir. Borzoy say, "You from Florida?" Absolutely, I'm from Florida. So because I have on a Yankee hat, that means I don't have a Florida cap. Okay. And since when did I have to? Did you buy a cap for me? Did you purchase one of my caps? Did it come out your pocket? So you seem very concerned about what kind of hat I'm wearing in my attire. You let me know when you put some money on it, then I might wear a hat that you want me to wear. You know what I'm talking about? You control what you control. Worry about the hats that you have. I have New York Yankee toilet paper. You know what I'm saying? Then I gotta prove something to you, my boy. Shout out to Borzoy though. What's good, Borzoy? But yeah, I think we have. Oh, also we have the press conference too, man. We have the press conference coming up for Regis Prograis versus Jack Catterall. We'll see how that goes, man. I'm excited for this fight, but like I said, the undercard. Shout out to my boy Oscar. He told me yesterday, but I don't remember. I know we have Campbell Hatton on the undercard. He's having a rematch with James Flint, but I'm not really excited for the undercards, but I am excited for this fight. I think that this is gonna say a lot. I'm telling y'all, Riyadh season gonna become postseason boxer facts. I think so too. So on the Jack Catterall card, we have Emily Whitworth versus Sarah Orzagi, bantamweight. Joe McGrail versus Lewis Morris. Stay Clark versus Matus Pawlowski. William Crawler, who I know is part of the Crawler family, that's a fighting family in England, versus Lorenzo Grasso. We got Junaid Bostan versus Michael Samariva. Got Pat McCormick. I'm familiar with Pat McCormick versus William Andres Herrera. I think I'm familiar with Pat McCormick. We have Campbell Hatton, who's Ricky Hatton's son. You know what I'm saying? Ricky, the Hitman Hatton's son, having his rematch against James Flint. Campbell Hatton looked like he was just tired his last fight, and I don't know. I'm hoping Campbell Hatton wins, just rooting for him, but I'm not really too interested. Reese Bellotti versus Michael Gomez Jr. That should be a decent one, and then Jack Catterall versus Regis Prograis. So it's like this card is not too heavy on the popularity side as far as known fighters, but that's their marketing strategy, right? That's their business model, right? Is that with Matchroom, they're going to give you a lot of fights, a lot of events, but it's not going to be too heavy on the personnel side, you know, as far as popularity goes. But then PBC, they'll give you fewer events, but their marketing strategy is to give you, or their business model is to give you fewer events, but it's a more stacked card, as you saw with, you know, Canelo most recently going against, who did he go against? Edgar Berlanga. You also saw Caleb Plant versus Trevor McCumbee, who's not really known, but Caleb Plant is. Danny Garcia and Erzlandi Lara, you know, they both is. Danny Garcia coming off a large hiatus, but he's known. We also had Rolly Romero on there, who's a big name. Not so much Manuel Jaime, his opponent, but we know Rolly. And then we also had, who was the other guy? Stephen Fulton versus Carlos Castro. Carlos Castro's not too known, but Stephen Fulton is. For wearing the hat for today, Fee. Hey, I appreciate that. Shout out to my Dub, my boy Dub, dropping that bread, that cheese, that butter.
These biscuits and
He said for the fee, wearing the hat for today fee is crazy. I appreciate you, my boy. Thank you so much, man. Ray Yankee hat official. Appreciate you, bro. Shout out to my boy BX dropping that bread, that cheese, that butter.
these biscuits and
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate it, fellas. Appreciate it. You see? Shout out. I want to say shout out to Borzoy too. You see what happens when you hate? The hate brings love. Cause I think that your hate manifested in me getting some love from my boy BX and my boy Dub. You feel me? So keep hating, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Borzoi. That's why I said I didn't get mad at you, bro. I just shot you out. You know, you're entitled to your opinion. You my guy. You know, I rock with you, Borzoi. But I rock with BX and Dub a little more. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to Smoochie. We got Smoochie in the building. Good morning. He said, if somebody told you look like I look like Alan, I've never heard. That's a new one. I've never heard that one. Smoochie said, right? The skin tone, the skin. Really? I've never heard that one. I've never heard I look like AI. That's the first I've ever heard the answer. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to AI, man. I take that as a compliment, man. AI is a great, man. So if I could resemble greatness in any capacity, man, I take it as a compliment, man. So shout out to AI. I never heard that one. I heard a lot of people. I heard you'll be amazed at the people I heard. Now I heard AI, but I've heard everybody from Larry Fitzgerald to Lil Wayne to Lil Jon to Michael Jackson. I've heard everybody. Michael Jackson before the skin changed. You know, I heard everybody. I never heard AI though. I heard Ace Hood. I've heard Jody Breeze. I heard what's my boy name? The running back, the old running back for the Rams, Todd Gurley. I've heard everything. Every black man with dreadlocks I've heard, but I never heard AI. AI got braids, so that's a new one, and I appreciate it. At least I don't feel like that was one just because we have a similar hairstyle. I mean, it's not one just because we have a similar hairstyle. Oh man, Jody Breeze is over. Yeah, I heard a lot. I've heard a lot. I haven't heard, not since I've been on the internet though. I'm talking about like in my real life interactions. I've heard Jody Breeze and Ace Hood, and I've heard everybody that got dreadlocks. I've heard, but I've never heard Allen Iverson. So. He said, no, you don't. He just thinks all black people. Yo, Smoochie said, oh, I thought you were agreeing with him for real. Hey, you got me with that one, Smoochie. Who said, right? The skin tone and skin complexion. Okay, I see what you did there. Yeah, no, I never heard AI at all. But shout out to AI, though. Like I said, I take it as a compliment, man. I used to get annoyed. I'm not gonna lie. I used to get annoyed when people say I look like people, especially if I didn't feel like I look like them. Not because I saw it as a diss, but just because I felt like kind of what Smoochie said. You know, people think that all people that look that have the same complexion as me look alike, but I just start taking it as a compliment, man. No matter who you say I look like, hey, I appreciate you. I don't care if you say I look like Flavor Flav. I appreciate you. He's doing something with notable. So just gotta take things as a compliment, man. Can't change how people think. I've been going through it, but I'm finding my way back. Hey, I wish you the best. Yeah, but I missed it. I missed that one, but now I see it. Smoochie is funny. Y'all crazy, man. Y'all crazy. My boy Cito dropping that bread, that cheese, that butter.
These biscuits and
Thank you so much, Cito, for the love, man. He said, how do you make 7 even? Take away the S. I'm asleep. Get out. He said, Smoochie, how you been, girl? Right. Smoochie been gone, man. Said she been going through it, though. We wish you the best. 2 days straight feels like the good old. You feel me, Dub? You feel me? 2 days straight. What? Smoochie back 2 days straight? That's crazy. If I miss a day, though, you know, they going to be on my head top. But it's all good, though. We glad to have you back, Smoochie. One time for the ladies. But yeah, so I wanted to watch the reason why I brought up the Jack Catterall and Regis Prograis undercard is because they're having a press conference right now, but it's like, do I really care? Do we really care, Chad, about the press conference? There's not really anybody that's there's not really anybody. I don't know. I'm pulling it up now, though. Is it already over? So we got Eddie Hearn up there with Regis Prograis. Regis Prograis said that Sam Jones said that he would beat Jack's behind. He said Regis Prograis been hitting the head too much by Devin Haney. Uh-oh, we got some smoke. We got some smoke. So right now, Regis Prograis is playing an audio clip of Sam Jones saying that Regis Prograis will beat Jack Catterall. British Conference, they just go up there and say weird insults and leave it at. I'm telling you. Thank y'all so much for the love in the super chat, man. Right now they're arguing with Sam Jones, Regis Prograis. So yeah, it seems like it was over with. It's a short one, yeah, because it wasn't really like the undercard's not really much. But I will say this though, the press conference yesterday was funny. British Conference, yeah, they just go up there and just say whatever, man. But what are y'all looking forward to? This year, man, for the rest of the years, you know, it's only 2 months, right? We're in October. We only have about 2 months. We're 2 months out from Fury and Usyk Part 2. You know, we're 2 months out from that. So we're 2 months out for that, man. Before you know it, man, the year is over with. I was gonna look up boxing news. I was going to look up something else. I saw something I wanted to talk about, too. I can't remember what it was. Oh, yeah, that's what it was. I saw that Charles Martin, you know, the heavyweight, he's coming back against Matthew McKinney in California in November, man. So we're going to see Charles Martin return. I don't know. I mean, McKinney is Charles Martin is 38, and McKinney is 43. So you know, older gentleman right here. I remember when Charles Martin won his IBF title from Glasgow, you know, back in the day. But we'll see how this goes, man. I think Charles Martin is hopefully he'll be okay, man. You know, hopefully he competes and he does well. But I'm not really interested in that fight. But I saw that. I thought that was interesting. I was like, Charles Martin's coming back to the ring. Everybody coming back to the ring. We just saw Sugar Shane Mosley, not Junior, but Sugar Shane Mosley Sr. come back to the ring not too long ago. So everybody coming back to the ring, man. My oldest turns 5 and is let's go. The 31st of October. Hey, let's go, man. Happy birthday to the young man. Happy Halloween. I believe this was a fight I was looking forward to before they announced Fury Usyk 2, unless Shakur gets a fight before the end of the year. Yeah, I don't think so, because Shakur, remember, he hurt his hand, and he was supposed to fight Joe Cordina, but then he injured his hand, and he was out, and he said he's not getting a fight. He's not interested in fighting anybody except for Williams Zepeda, so he'll be fighting Williams Zepeda in February, assuming Williams Zepeda could beat Tevin Farmer on November 16th, good Lord willing, so we'll see. But like I said, I don't hold your breath, because I don't really think that fight's going to happen, man. I don't think Zepeda versus Shakur, for some reason, I just don't think it's going to go down. I don't know. Borzoi dropping the big pumpkin in the chat. I don't think that fight's gonna go down, but hopefully I'm wrong. You know, or maybe Tevin Farmer may upset Zepeda. I'm not gonna count Tevin Farmer out either. You never know. But yeah, I'm just not too confident in that fight happening. But yeah, unfortunately, we won't see Shakur by the end of the year. We will see Tank for the end of the year. I'm looking forward to that, despite, you know, popular opinion that fight is trash. I think the fight is decent. It's not a fight that I wanted. Don't get me wrong. But I am looking forward to Tank versus Lamont Roach. And then I'm also looking forward to seeing Jamal Charlo come back on that same card against Cornflake Lamana. What else am I looking forward to? That's in December, right? November, I'm not going to lie to you, chat. I want to see Oshiki Foster, Robson Kasesa, but I'm not too. I thought I would have been more excited for that. I'm not too excited for that. But I want to watch it again, see if Oshiki Foster can get his get back and recompense for him getting robbed. But you know, Robson Kasesa may surprise us too. You never know. Or Hobson Kasesa, and then also too in December, the fight I am looking forward to is Rafael Espinosa versus Robisi Ramirez rematch. That fight is going to be a banger. But the other fight that's coming with it is another rematch, Emmanuel Navarrete versus Oscar Valdez. I don't really think that rematch is necessary. I mean, it went the distance, but Oscar Valdez got beat up. You know what I'm saying? It was a convincing win for Emmanuel Navarrete, so I don't think it's necessary. But, hey, it's a good fight because Navarrete is coming off of a loss to Dennis Berinchyk at 135. He's moved back down to 130, kept his title, and this is a title shot. So let's see it, you know. And it's a unification, right? So let's see it. I'm not mad at it. My boy Dub says UFC. Okay, Dana just got a random dude, just gave a random dude out the stands a chance to fight in the Contender Series. Oh, word? Abu Dhabi. Oh, Lord. And his boxing endeavors are still UFC. Oh, shit. Tank and Roaches this year. Yeah, Tank and Roaches this year. Yep. I think I'll be excited for Oshiki Foster the fight the night. Yep, the night of. Facts. Be excited for the Oshiki fight the night of. I agree. Tank and Roach is going to be a classic. I think it's gonna be good, man. I think it's gonna be better than people think, man. I'm excited for it. Ain't no shame in my game. Like I said, I'd rather see these guys fight than see them not fight. You know what I'm saying? So if Tank fights Lamont Roach, I'd rather that than inactivity. Naoya Inoue fights Doheny, I'd rather that than inactivity. Canelo fights Edgar Berlanga, I'd rather that than inactivity. Like sometimes we gotta realize that Lomachenko didn't want to fight Tank. Shakur can't fight Tank. He hurt his hand, and even before that, he wasn't with Matchroom or any promotion. So how are you going to facilitate a fight if you're not even with a promotional company? You're not on your free agent Terrence Bud Crawford and Devin Haney thing. If you're not on that, then how you going to fight if you don't have a promotional company? So, you know, Ryo didn't want to fight either, and no knock on that. You know, he just came off a tough Tank fight. I mean, Pitbull fight. So that's cool. So I see this as a pivot and alternative. So I'm not mad at it. But, hey, to each his own. Some people are mad at it. Hey, do your thing. But what else? I'm trying to think of another fight that's up and coming. There is something. Jack Catterall, Regis Prograis, obviously. Usyk and Fury, obviously that rematch. Inoue versus Goodman on December 24th. There's another fight, bro. Oh, I am interested in Latino Nights. We already talked about Zepeda versus Tevin Farmer, but I'm more interested in the fight at cruiserweight. Even though I'm not really big on cruiserweight division, but it is interesting because it's a unification fight between Chris Billiam-Smith and Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez. So I'm interested in that. Hopefully the winner could get a unification with potentially Jao Pataya if he could step aside his mandatory again, but I don't think so. I think he has to fight as Chusayan, his mandatory there. But I'm looking forward to that fight. And I think that's actually it's going to be a pretty decent card because we also have Arnold Barbosa Jr. versus Jose Carlos Ramirez. That's a good fight. Carlos Ramirez only has one loss, and that's to Josh Taylor when he was good. And then Arnold Barbosa was undefeated, even though I think he should have lost his last fight against Sean McCone. I think it was a robbery on that undercard of Haney versus Garcia. I thought it was a robbery in favor of Arnold Barbosa. And then also I think Oscar Duarte versus Kenneth Sims Jr. is going to be a sleep. That might be fight of the night, man. I think that fight's going to be good. I think Kenneth Sims Jr. may pull off the upset too, but we'll see. I'm trying to think what else. Oscar Collazo is also fighting on that card at minimum weight, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, that's about it, man. I could think. Gustavo Lemos and Keyshawn Davis on November 8th. That's going to be good. Oh, speaking of November 8th, November 9th, we got Bam Rodriguez and Jerron Boots Ennis. I'm looking forward to that. Bam Rodriguez in the bantamweight division at 115. Junior bantamweight division at 115, going against Pedro Guevara. Hopefully he can get a unification match after that. If he wins, he get a unification match against what's my guy's name? What's his name, bro? Let me look it up. He has two belts. Is it Fernando Martinez? I think his name's Fernando Martinez. That'd be a good fight, Bam Rodriguez versus him. So we'll see how that goes, man. Yeah, Fernando Martinez. I know I'm a beast. Yeah. Fernando Martinez has a WBA belt and the IBF belt, and then that'd be good to see Bam Rodriguez if he beats Pedro Guevara, and if Pedro Guevara wins, he could get a unification between Fernando Martinez or the newly crowned WBO champion Fumulele Kafu, the South African that beat KO Tanaka, Kosei Tanaka. So yeah, and then like I said, Boots will be fighting Karen Tukadze in 2. That'll be a rematch, but
you know, I'm thinking Boots will stop him. So I'm excited to see once again. Like same thing applies. Like I'd rather see Boots fight Karen than fight nobody. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not super excited for that rematch, but you know, if he could beat him in a better fashion, and plus we get to see him back in the ring, then I'm cool with that. And then also we get to see Bam Rodriguez, and we also get to see Ray Ford. I can't remember who he's fighting. And then Austin Tiger Williams, he's returning after his loss to Hamza Shiraz during the 5v5 Queensberry versus Matchroom. I don't remember who he's fighting. We got Khalil Ko, who's also fighting on that card. So November 9th is a good card, man, in Philly. So we got some good fights coming up, man. Josh Taylor when he was good, yeah, because you know he wasn't. Josh Taylor, he fell off, man. I feel like Tank cleans up the people we thought were gonna have a bright future in the past. I agree. Teddy Atlas said the Foster fight wasn't a robbery because Foster wasn't pressing the fight. I'm not, bro. You know, I like, you know, Teddy Atlas is one of those guys. I might disagree with him, but I never feel like Teddy Atlas says things that come from a place of malice or a bad place, man. I like Teddy Atlas a lot. I feel like he gives people credit that they deserve. I disagree with him saying that Shaki wasn't a robbery. He wasn't pressing the fight, but he was piecing them up. You don't have to, you know, this, you know, even with Bivol, right? I'm not mad at Beterbiev beating Bivol. You know, I'm not mad at that. I thought Bivol won, but it was a close fight. It could have went either way. I definitely don't think it was a robbery. But this notion that because he was going backwards and not pressing the fight is why he lost, like, we got to look at boxing at a bigger view than that. Some people do like aggression and forward aggression and forward movement, but it has to be effective as well. Like, who was known as a bigger puncher? Beterbiev. So Bivol, he's gonna have to adapt, right? So he's gonna have to avoid punches. So part of his evasion is to potentially move backwards a lot. So when people say that, oh, you know, that is why this person lost or because they're going backwards, well, he's a bigger dude. Like, may not be taller, but he's the bigger, more imposing man. So why wouldn't he be going backwards and using his slickness and his agility? Now, I'm not saying that was enough to win the fight, but I don't think that's enough to lose a fight either, necessarily. So with Oshiki not pressing the fight, yeah, he wasn't pressing the fight, but Robson Kasesa wasn't aggressive, wasn't effective aggression at all. Like, he was missing the majority of his shots. He wasn't landing cleanly. I don't think he landed 2 clean punches in that whole fight. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that to me, that's a bad breakdown. But like I said, I respect Teddy Atlas. I mean, I agree with a lot of things. I agree with way more that he says than I disagree with. But and even that's his opinion, you know. But I think that Oshiki Foster was definitely robbed. So even though he wasn't pressing the fight, he was landing the cleaner punches. He outpointing him. He could have fought with more urgency, yes. He could have countered more, yes. But we could talk about what he could have did. But what he did do was enough to win the fight, in my opinion. Oh, we actually got some good fights coming up. The end of the year we ended this year with a bang. Yep, this year will end with a bang. Facts. A big bang. All of these bum fights, Valenzuela versus Edwin De Los Santos, Isaac versus Sandor Martin, are what should occur. Isaac Cruz? Nah, I mean, what's wrong with Alberto Puello versus Sandor Martin? How is Isaac Cruz versus Sandor Martin better than Alberto Puello versus Sandor Martin? Alberto Puello is a champion because Devin Haney is a champion in recess, and then Sandor Martin has been the mandatory. They actually had to pay him step aside in order for Haney to fight Garcia. So Sandor Martin definitely deserves a shot, like you said, at a title, though. You know, Isaac Cruz is not a champion right now, so why would he be fighting him? Sandor Martin's the #1 in WBC. He deserves a title shot, and Alberto Puello is a title holder. So we're getting Alberto Puello versus Sandor Martin. And I think that's a more competitive fight than Sandor Martin versus Isaac Pipo Cruz anyway. Even though I like Isaac Pipo Cruz, but I think that's a more competitive fight. Valenzuela versus Edwin De Los Santos, that already happened. Edwin De Los Santos is not in a position to get a title shot. And so I would like that fight, yeah, because it's a rematch. And Valenzuela, you know, he bounced back from his loss to Chris Colbert and knocked out Chris Colbert. So maybe he could come back and beat De Los Santos. That's a good, exciting fight. But why does Edwin De Los Santos deserve a title shot? His last fight he came off was a stinker. It was trash against Shakur, and he lost. So why does he get a title fight? You know, so Valenzuela, I think he's getting that. According to reports, Isaac Pipo Cruz is exercising his right for a rematch clause. And he's exercised his rematch clause, so we should be getting Valenzuela versus Isaac Pipo Cruz too. And if not, I would much rather Valenzuela fight Andy Hiroka, which I've been hearing about too, or even Valenzuela potentially fighting Devin Haney. I think those 3 fights are all better than Valenzuela versus De Los Santos. Nobody want to see that shit. Yeah, I don't know who wants to see that fight. That's kind of crazy. Top ranked boxers are risky. That's why I said Pipo. Okay. I like Pitbull though. Don't get me wrong. Pitbull, like I said, to me, he's still he's one of my favorite fighters to watch. But I don't. Nah. I mean, Sandor Martin, like I said, Sandor Martin deserves a title shot. I had a clock for breakfast. It was super time because get out of here. Get out. I'm back, boy. My boy BX back in the building. But yeah, I think that I'm not saying those won't be entertaining fights, but they have to be meaningful fights too, in my opinion. And like I said, Sandor Martin's been I think he deserves a title shot. He's been up there. He's been a mandatory for a while, you know. So, but hey, those aren't bad fights per se. But Edwin De Los Santos, I'm not gonna lie, I need Edwin De Los Santos to. He has to make us want to see him. Like Jermaine Ortiz, sneaky has a fight. Let me tell you about the two people that were in stinkers. You know, Jermaine Ortiz versus Teofimo, that was a stinker. And then what's the name? Edwin De Los Santos versus Shakur Stevenson, that was a stinker. You know, Teofimo came back and fought Steve Claggett. Shakur came back and fought Artem Harutyunyan. And it seems that Jermaine Ortiz is finally getting a fight. He convinced somebody to step in the ring with him. He's fighting Christian Ruben Mino in Orlando. I was thinking about going, man, on November 1st. I was thinking about going. I think that's a Friday. Because who's fighting on November 2nd, chat? Oshiki Foster and Robson Kasesau. That's on the 2nd. So, yeah, that is on a Friday. I was thinking about going to that one, man. It's in Orlando, but I was like, who gonna be there, you know? Who gonna? I want to try to see if I do a next fight I attend, I'm gonna try to talk to somebody, get somebody like for a little interview and stuff like that. I don't know who would be at the Jermaine Ortiz fight that I would want to have a discussion with. We have any female fans in our club? Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, you know, come on, man. You know I rock with the ladies, man. We just watched the Shredder Metcalf, you know. I rock with Clarissa DeGuote. I rock with Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor, Alicia Bumgarner, Gabriella Fondora. I rock with a lot of them, man. You know what I'm saying? Even though I feel like Michaela Mayer got robbed by Natasha Jonas, you know, it's fighters fighting and judges judge. It's not Natasha Jonas' fault, so I still like Natasha Jonas, but I think she was a beneficiary of a robbery. I thought Michaela Mayer won. I like Michaela Mayer, who just beat Sandy Ryan. I like Sandy Ryan too, you know, who just got hit with a drive-by paint job. How you gonna hit her with a paint, bro? That's messed up. How you gonna throw paint at the girl, man? That's crazy, man. And like I said, well, also too, you know, shout out to Seniesa Estrada, who just retired, undisputed champion at minimum weight. You know what I'm saying? 26-0, has a record for the world's fastest KO in women's boxing history with a 7-second KO over Miranda Atkins. So shout out to Seniesa Estrada. She was with Top Rank as well. Don't go to Top Rank. You'll be sitting more than watching. Yeah, facts. You'll be sitting more than watching the fights, bro. He said, Keyshawn Verdell Santos, SBX, we do there in the chat. Sorry, Smoochie, you one of us respect. Oh, you talk about females in the chat. I thought you meant like boxers. I'm sorry, my fault. Yeah. We have some lionesses. You know what I'm saying? We got some lions and lionesses. You know, we got Smoochie. He said. Sorry, Smoochie, you one of us. Respectfully, she one of the dudes. She one of the fellas. Is crazy. That's a compliment though. That's a compliment. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we got not too many though. We have Smoochie come through. We have Savage Unicorn. We got Dr. Karma Serene. Yeah, we need more female participation though. I definitely think that. I love you know what I'm saying, I love my brothers too and the fellas, you know what I'm saying, but I like more female contribution, participation. They always make it's a good mix, you know. You always want diversity. I always like diversity from an ethnic standpoint to a gender standpoint, religion standpoint, complexion standpoint, nationality, any standpoint. You know, I think diversity is always good in my opinion. Not forced diversity, but natural diversity. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it needs to be forced. But yeah, man, chat, I'm about to go ahead and call it, man. I think we covered everything I wanted to cover today. Don't forget to hit that like button for your boy, man. Help us keep going and growing. You feel me? Shout out to those that came through and showed love in the super chats and all that good stuff. And Bon Edward De Los Santos with Gary Russell, or hey, I like that. Hey, now you talking, Borzoi. Now you talking. Edwin De Los Santos with Gary Russell. Which one you talking about? You talking about Gary Anton Russell, the one that just lost to Alberto Puello? I like that. I think that's a great fight. Rolly Romero. I don't want to see Rolly get hurt. I feel like Rolly will get hurt. I mean, I like it though. I like it. Shout out to Rolly. You know what I'm saying? Rollies. You know what I'm saying? He got my boy. Hold on. Let me get you right. He got my boy Rollies.
You dumbass.
And there go Oscar De La Hoya right there. I think my boy Jeffrey asked me about Oscar De La Hoya. Doc, don't get catfish like we did. That's crazy. Hey, I ain't getting catfish, bro. A couple people tried to catfish me before. You know what I'm talking about? I don't get catfish. I ain't thirsty, bro. I just sometimes I feel like I'm too chill for my own good, man. You know. I'm hoping I do need to be a little queen, man. But you know what I'm saying? I had two long-term relationships, two 6-year relationships that didn't work out. You know, I'm hoping that third time's a charm. You know, but it's all in God's plan, man. All in God's plan. I don't force nothing. You feel me? I hope I'm not trying to get catfish for sure. But yeah, man. Hey, those of you new to the channel, you know we stream twice. You know, Monday through Friday. So we'll be back on for the late show at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I appreciate everybody that came through. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy, you know, for hitting me in the super chat. Shout out to my boy Dub. Shout out to my boy BX. Shout out to my boy Cito. And I think yesterday Oscar hit me in the super chat as well, man. Shout out to my boy Oscar. But yeah, man, I appreciate the love and support, man. I will be dropping a video probably today. I just gotta find something interesting, you know what I'm saying, to discuss. And I probably will, because we ain't dropped a video yesterday. I hate not dropping a video, man. That really bothers me. But I don't want to just drop nonsense, you know what I'm saying, and be talking about frivolous rumors and, you know what I'm saying, just to be talking, you know. I ain't got time for that, man. We drop real boxing news right here, not the fake, we drop boxing news, not fake news, you know what I'm saying? We drop boxing news, not fake news.
If you out here getting fake vagina over your fake jury, reality is reality.
You feel me? We drop boxing news, not fake news. But yeah, man, y'all be easy. Take care of yourselves. Like I said, don't forget to hit that like button. But most importantly, remember, with God, we can do anything. Without God, we're nothing. The doctor's out. Peace. Appreciate y'all coming through.
From the hood to college, both worlds they had to meet. 6 degrees between us, so cold we're about to freeze. But we're Florida boys, hot takes, we bring the heat. We're moving the culture, the engineers to the streets.